Hello, and welcome back to Cinematic Trash. Today I want to talk about collecting habits. If anyone is familiar with the video I made about a year and a half ago, I talked about what it was like collecting Boutique Blu-rays as a teenager. I mentioned that precursor to collecting all these Boutique Blu-rays, before I was doing so, I was just collecting regular DVDs and VHS tapes. Now, of course, I focused on Boutique Blu-rays only, and part of this was because they usually offer the best quality, they're more durable, and they last longer, therefore making these more of a worthwhile investment. I guess now I should confess that not too long after that video, I started getting back into collecting VHS tapes. The thing about VHS tapes is that I think that the technology is worth saving. I don't know why I feel that way. Maybe it's nostalgia, maybe it's the look of that analog texture, maybe it's the fact that a lot of horror and sci-fi movies with poor effects don't look as bad on VHS, whereas a Blu-ray or a 4K is highlighting the imperfections in the cheap effects. Maybe it's the fact that there are still tons of movies still in that VHS tape purgatory that still has yet to get an official Blu-ray or 4K release, let alone an official DVD release, or at least one that isn't a bootleg. Maybe they just look good on a shelf. I mean, come on, sometimes that VHS cover art is hard to beat. I like to collect both Boutique Blu-rays, 4Ks, and VHS tapes. And I like it because they both mean a lot to me. They both give me something to do. I wouldn't say it's my purpose in life, but it's not because I'm independently wealthy and I just like spending copious amounts of money. Most of the products coming out of boutique labels have an educational quality. Not only are they usually the best presentation of the films at hand, but they often come with tons of supplements, whether it be bonus features or an actual physical book. Do you know how hard it is to find someone my age who reads books? This is also that way you can learn about the films, the filmmakers, and how they made them, among other things. As a film scholar myself, sometime within the next few years, I too want to start my own boutique Blu-ray company. Now, obviously that's easier said than done. You know, it might take more than just a few years. But it is still a dream of mine to sort of give back to the boutique Blu-ray community. New labels keep sprouting and doing good work. Just look at Radiance Films. I want to do something like this, where not only I can put everything I learned about film and the film industry into good use, I can share it with others, and also just make it really cool all around. So, what about VHS tapes? Now, while you certainly can't make that same case with VHS tapes, some tapes are valuable in their own way. Here are some tapes that I have that are only available on VHS. Now, a couple of these might have an unofficial DVD from some no-name company. I don't even count those as DVD releases, because those DVDs are just a rip of the VHS tape that was digitized and then compressed so you could put it on the disc. Not sure if those are grounds to be considered bootlegs or not, but regardless, these are the actual tapes, and as of this video, these tapes are the only way to view these films. So the quality isn't exactly stellar, but you won't find any better quality anywhere else. The point I'm trying to make is that I understand that the vast majority of VHS tapes are just common stuff that exists in way better formats nowadays, but I'm saying that not all VHS tapes deserve to be thrown away. These items are relics of the past, and any effort to preserve and to archive these tapes shouldn't be ignored. The DVD releases of these tapes might be bootlegged digital copies of the same VHS, but at least someone bothered to turn these into a digital format that can be copied again and shared, so when these tapes are no longer viable, we still have a digital copy. And that's as far as I get with VHS tape collecting. As much as I love VHS tapes, I wouldn't spend as much on a single VHS tape as I would on a boutique Blu-ray, unless it was like an extremely rare movie that was 2 seconds away from being lost media. Like with any hobby involving collectors, there are always scammers and scalpers looking to manipulate the market and kind of ruin the fun. graded VHS tapes have started becoming a thing, and I'm not exactly sure how so many people have actually started falling for this nonsense. I think we can all agree that if money is what mattered most in regards to VHS tape collecting, then perhaps the rare horror and sci-fi tapes would be the ones that would take center stage. I mean, look, I just so happened to get my hands on a pristine sealed copy of Forrest Gump on VHS from a family member. It's in great condition, it's still in its shrink wrap, no damages or nicks whatsoever. Now, Forrest Gump is a popular movie. It's mainstream. It was really popular when it came out, so the VHS tapes really aren't worth all that much. The movie is also available on DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K. So just because this sealed copy on VHS that I have is sealed, does it really mean I'm holding on to something worth thousands of dollars? Fat chance, I'm not that lucky. Look, there's a listing on eBay right now that has a graded copy going for $2,000. There's no way someone would fall for this, right? Right? Some boutique Blu-ray collectors are guilty of this too. Sometimes when something is a limited edition release, the aftermarket response is just outrageous. I've seen people break their bank really badly just so they can get their hands on a really valuable limited edition, or that release that just went out of print. I get it. Missing out on something sucks. I've had to settle on standard editions for a lot of things, like these sets here, because I just really wanted to see the movies. That's what was important, not the value of having a limited edition. To sum things all up, I collect boutique Blu-rays because I learn a lot from these sets, and I like most of the movies. I also collect VHS tapes, because I also like most of the movies. And it assures me that the film that I'm holding in my hand will still have a legacy as long as it is still in my collection, even if it is stuck in that VHS purgatory. Collecting films, no matter what format, is a fantastic hobby if you do it for the love, and that it makes you happy. So with that said, I'm curious to know if there are any other collectors that dabble in both boutique Blu-rays and VHS tapes simultaneously? Are your reasons the same as mine, or do you have different reasons? Is there anyone out there who prefers VHS over boutique Blu-rays? Let me know in the comments. With that said, I think that's all I've got for you today, and if you like this video and you want to see more discussion videos like this, then make sure to like, comment, share with your friends, and if you want to see more movie reviews and boutique related content, and just to stay updated on the channel, then make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. It would be greatly appreciated, and as of this video, I am almost at 300 subscribers. We can make it there. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. Until next time, take care now.